get that hat?
This hat?
Yeah.
From a guy named Rusty Butcher. He owns a motorcycle company.
Rusty Butcher. No way, that's his real name.
No, his real name is Mark.
Oh.
He goes by, that's his stage name.
Gotcha.
His street name, his company name.
Did you learn to ride recently?
I grew up riding dirt bikes and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But street bikes I didn't learn until a few years ago. But prior to actually riding street bikes,
yeah,
I was like so obsessed with them for, I don't know, like 3 years it took me to get out of debt and save up enough money to finally get one. But all I did was like study street bike shit, how to ride, watch videos on riding, all that stuff. So it was a breeze, like passing the course.
I'd be dead if I was riding. Let's face it. I would.
Not necessarily.
I think I'd be dead.
Why?
I think partially here.
You'd be stunting?
Especially if I started younger. Should I let Rosie in here?
If she wants, I don't care.
You know, keep
she don't bother me.
Keep the tradition going.
She obviously wants to come say hi. You want to sit up here with me? Come on.
Yeah. Dude, I saw this dude. I haven't tried it out, but this guy posted this video online that I saw. It was like some AI that was editing his podcast. And it would literally like divvied up every like switch between who was talking. And I'm like, you mean I've been spending like hours, like at least a day of my life.
But you're also supporting the downfall of humanity.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like that guy just AI'd himself out of a job.
Yeah. And what's crazy is in the last, 6 months, it started with the chat.
Dude, everything is just being...
Now everybody's like, I have this thing work my job for me, and I don't even fucking do anything. It's like...
Yeah, like how like every college kid, I'd imagine, is not writing anything anymore.
No, they're just put it in the chat GP and it's doing the essays for them and everything.
It's breeding a generation of idiots.
Yeah. But
like with
you
no
see how far it's advanced so far since it's been open to the public?
Insane.
So what's it going to be like in a year from now?
I saw this article.
I'm terrified of that shit.
It is scary, dude. Like, how many, like, iRobot, Downfall,
I hate robots,
Man,
dude.
Terminator. Like, how many movies are there that the fucking Skynet shit happens?
Well, even like there was books written long ago about shit like that.
Yeah.
You know?
It's going to happen.
It's almost kind of like, did you ever watch Planet of the Apes, the original ones?
Yeah, yeah.
So I can't remember which one it is. I think it's one of the last ones they did in the original series. It's when the apes revolted, but it like goes into like the prelude to the first Planet of the Apes. And all the apes are like, they're doing all their laundry. They're basically the slaves for the humans, right?
Yeah.
And then one day they're just like, hey, fuck these guys, man. Like, we can take these guys.
Luckily no one has yet an actual robot in their house.
Do we know that?
With autonomy.
Do we know that?
I mean, consumer-wise, in the commercial space.
Yeah, in the commercial space.
I mean, like, there are Roombas. I mean, a Roomba's not going to, murder you in your sleep. I hope not.
What's that other movie, Maximum Overdrive, the Stephen King one?
Oh, yeah.
You ever see that? Where the machines take over?
Right, yeah. Well, there's two, like, Black Mirror.
Yeah, one of the Black Mirror episodes.
Yeah. They're all, like, mounted with machine guns. You remember that?
No thanks, dude.
I had nightmares after I saw Terminator when I was pretty young.
I still have nightmares. Ask anybody that knows me. I fucking hate robots, dude. I don't want anything to do with them.
They're not. Yeah. And too, like, as much as like automating driving, as many lives as that would save, it would ruin. I think I read some stat where it's like driving is one of the highest number of jobs in America in terms of truckers, taxis, delivering food, shit like that.
Go down to the port for a day.
Right.
There's thousands.
Like if you AI'd all of that, you would leave a generation, not generation, but an entire subset of workers shit out of luck. And where do those guys go?
The street?
Yeah.
Because those are decent paying jobs for people that, I don't know, kind of like me, are just the ditch diggers of the world. Like, that's a decent paying job that has steady work, right?
Right.
How are you going to feed your fucking family when you don't have any other qualifications or skills?
You know what I love are like the truck stops in the middle of like New Mexico.
Never been there.
Well, like in the middle of anywhere America,
Right.
where it's like you can buy like switchblades and
Central California, they got truck stops like that.
yeah.
The big ones.
Uh-huh.
And they got like that creepy doll section for some reason.
Oh, like a pillow doll. type
Yeah,
thing?
like shit like that. And you're like,
I believe that. Yeah.
they got like weird belt buckles and fucking. You're like, what is? Somebody's just in the mood for this Fabergé egg in this truck stop
Yeah.
in fucking the Central Valley.
And what is fucked too is like it's the most unhealthy lifestyle because you're on your ass all day, and then you go to those truck stops and it's like a Burger King and maybe a Subway, and it's like
Or a Popeyes.
or Popeyes.
Don't sleep on the chicken sandwich, bro.
I mean that too, but it's like yeah, if you eat that for fucking 20 years like those guys do, it's like
That's why a lot of them look like shit.
You're digging your own grave.
Yeah.
I mean I get it, but
There's a lot of sitting in my job too, where I'm just like sitting, steering the boat for,
yeah.
8-10 hours.
Uh-huh.
And you're just like, fuck, man. Like, I'll get up and do like some push ups or something, or like try and walk around a little bit. But
Yeah. When do you go back on the boat?
oh, dude, I have to have back surgery. So
No way.
yeah, so I was better for like a few weeks, and I was getting like the
I know you like tweaked it a second ago.
yeah, I like herniated 2 discs, but I was getting like the epidural shots.
Yeah.
And I was feeling better. I was feeling fine. And then I thought that it healed on its own. And then a couple weeks ago, I completely messed it up. But before you came to my birthday party earlier in the day, I was like walking around with a cane
Oh,
because it was like hard to walk. And then I just got so drunk and stoned, it was like,
yeah. Yeah.
fuck the cane.
Yeah, it's nothing.
But yeah.
When you start rocking the cane, that's a page turn,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was limping around Costco the day before.
Although
Just like-
if you rock a badass cane, like the pimp cane,
it was pretty badass cane.
is it a nice cane?
For whatever reason, my girlfriend's mom happens to collect canes.
Oh, sick.
So I was like, hey, can you bring me a cane tomorrow when you come over? She's like,
Got
well,
some
which
swagger with
Which
your
one do
rock.
you want? I was like, I don't know. Just bring me the coolest one you got. And it was like this weird mallard head with like a fucking mohawk
Oh,
for
nice.
some reason. I was like, all right, that one suits me pretty
that's
good.
sick. Yeah, the cane is underutilized fashion accessory because
I
it is
know.
associated with like pimps or old people.
And you can keep like a sword in it.
Yeah,
You know what
like
I
a
mean?
little switch on the bottom.
Somebody runs up on you, you're just like, what? They think you're some cripple,
Yeah.
Or the gun ones.
Yeah, I was gonna
like
say
James
if it's
Bond.
outfitted with like a shotgun shell or something.
Got a little deuce tucked in there.
Yeah, that'd be kind of sick.
Little Derringer handle.
There's no way that's legal, right?
No, not here.
No.
Maybe in like Alabama or some shit
Yeah,
that'll
yeah.
fly. Speaking of that AI stuff, like you were talking about too, a couple weeks ago we went to my girlfriend's uncle works for Google,
Oh yeah.
and they had this party in LA at the Chateau Marmont. We went, and all his Google people that he works with are there.
Yeah.
They're not like CEOs, but they're programmers
Oh,
and
like
shit.
ex-
Like we started
execs,
talking
yeah.
about AI, and I was like, "Hey, how scary is that?" One guy was like, "Dude, you have no idea."
And they're at the forefront of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was saying how like basically how that could do his job, for him
Uh-huh.
relatively easily. And I'm like, so you're basically saying like your job doesn't mean shit anymore; it's worthless. And he's like, yeah, pretty much.
Ugh.
And I'm like, wow, because you can just have the AI program anything.
It's scary, dude.
Have you seen the things where they like make pictures of people at like
Yeah.
a party?
Uh-huh.
It's
And
fucking creepy.
You mean like where they're all fake people and you don't know who it is? Like they're not real people?
No, they just tell AI to like make people enjoying themselves at a party like a picture.
Oh, right.
But it looks completely
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
Except for they all have like 200 teeth for something, like 200 baby teeth.
Right. They haven't
And, like, lobster claw
Yeah, they haven't
fingers.
figured out the detail stuff.
But they all look like absolutely perfect, like models or psychopathic Patrick Bateman
yeah,
looking
it's
people.
like the uncanny valley type thing where they're
Mhm.
just it's not perfect yet, but it's there. What's next?
They're going to start getting into every aspect of your life.
I know. And I'm already like very hipstery. Like I don't want to say I'm conservative with technology because I definitely am forward with it.
But you like the old school like cameras
I like
and shit.
old school
Yeah.
shit because it's not there isn't like a million features on everything. That's
And you're with the cameras you use for your stuff like that, it's going to have imperfections
yeah.
and look raw, but it's supposed to, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the shit with the jewelry we do.
Uh-huh.
It's not going to look perfect.
Yeah.
Because we don't want it to.
Right.
Like, yeah, I could just use my 3D printer and fucking print something out perfect, but then what's the point?
Totally.
Because then why would you buy it from me when you just buy it from Amazon?
It's the same thing with music too. It's like, what do you
vinyl?
Vinyl, but
some albums are meant to be listened to on vinyl.
But when you listen to some songs, especially modern music, it's just so produced. It doesn't. There's like a lack of authenticity, like with
auto tune.
Yeah, auto tune. Just like sounds like there's 5 people who like worked on this track. When things don't sound like, you're a punk guy.
I'm an everything guy, but yeah, I love punk. Yeah,
yeah, and like those dudes just go in the studio and play their songs. I mean, I'm sure like modern production, they multi-track it or whatever, but it's not just like track to death like a lot of everything you hear on the radio is. And
it's that again. That goes back to certain things were meant to be heard on vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of my favorite albums ever is The Clash's "London Calling."
Sure,
that album. I still have it, and I'll still throw it on my record player from time to time, just crank it up.
Yeah.
Same with like all my old Misfits records, because they're meant to sound like raw and gritty, and you like that sound of a record, like,
yeah,
where they're just jamming out and fucking, yeah, dude, I love that shit. You can't recreate that on a CD or MP3.
Well, one thing with vinyl, people don't know this, but when you master a song or a record or something, you have to master it differently for a vinyl press, and you have to chop off a lot of the low end,
right?
Because the low end can't be imprinted on a vinyl because it'll vibrate the needle off of the groove, and so that's why you don't see like any like EDM artists with vinyls.
Well, that and because they can just make all their shit on a laptop.
Right. I don't think they really give a fuck about it. Yeah.
Calvin Harris is just like 10 minutes sitting in the airport. Okay, puts it on a flash drive.
Right.
Emails it to somebody, and then okay, we got a hit. Yeah.
I know. Again, dude, I'm an old soul, and maybe that's not the best thing to be. And
I just don't understand these kids these days.
I know.
I'm the same way, dude. It's like,
these fucking kids, dude.
Fucking, dude, we just starting to sound old. All I complain about is my back and fucking people speeding up my street. Why don't they put a fucking speed bump on Obispo?
Well, dude, I saw that video that you was doing the donuts in your street
every other day, and for some reason that asshole likes to do it right in front of my fucking house.
Yeah,
dude, one of these days I'm gonna go out there and just throw a bucket of fucking nails.
Oh, good idea, dude.
Under his shit.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, and if he wants to fucking get out of your car and say some shit.
Yeah.
I yelled at him one day and he just sped off.
I was walking Rosie.
There's fucking kids playing around here.
I mean, it's dangerous, dude. Like if that dude fucked up and like hit a curb, caught an edge, and flew into a home, which she was like
flipped into somebody's yard.
Yeah.
But he does it always too in that time of day, which is like
so he's like
on a
Sunday,
like 3-4 o'clock, and there's kids playing out there and people walking their dogs, and he fucks up. Hits the curb and flips his car, he's gonna fucking
like go do it in a fucking parking lot at night, like the rest of us.
The funny thing is, there's like industrial shit all around me, and there's tons of open space.
Yeah,
but he likes to do it on 63rd and Obispo.
Right.
I'm just like,
I was walking Rosie in a neighborhood near here, and some dude pulled into the same like intersection type thing and started spinning out, and all the neighbors come out and are like. And taking like videos and trying to get like his license plate, and he speeds off. And I'm just like, I was just watching. Like I had nothing I was gonna do about it or could do. But they were like, yeah, this guy does this like every other day for the last like 6 months. Yeah, and we can't stop him.
Why?
Same thing. Like you gotta throw a spike strip down or something. Take it in your own hands. Vigilante that.
I'm gonna fuck that guy's shit up one of these. Well, I'm not gonna call the cops. I'm not a snitch, but.
Oh yeah, it's like, I mean, what are the cops like?
They're not gonna come for that anyway.
They're not gonna show up in time for you to, yeah.
Bro, all these freaking apartments got robbed when I lived here, and I never once even talked to a detective.
I know.
I lost like $10,000 worth of shit, firearms,
such
knives.
bullshit,
they never even. They said, here's your police report. See you later.
Right. Yeah, I'm thinking about moving further north soon.
Like up to like LA or something?
Yeah, like I was looking at a place this morning in Mid-City. It's just, it would be better for my career. It's
We
just
wouldn't have to commute back and forth to do your fucking Melrose and Venice
to do
stuff.
those things, to write with other artists, shoot photos with people. It's just everyone is centralized between Venice to Pasadena, that North Strip,
Yeah.
you know? And we're so out of the way in Long Beach.
Mm-hmm.
And people treat me like I'm in a different fucking, you know,
Do they really?
state. They do. Like it takes me effort to really get them down here.
Oh yeah.
You know, to do these, to write. The writing is the thing that I want to do more of. And it's very much like an on a whim type thing.
Right.
Yeah, so it's just kind of a bummer when I can't lock people. It's hard to lock people down in LA in general.
Yeah, because everybody's so so busy.
And when it's I know. And when it's a 2-hour fucking commute during rush hour or something, it's like, yeah, I'm not coming.
What's like a lot of times Sadie just doesn't even, like tonight she's just staying at her parents, and last night she did too because she got out of her shop late, and for whatever reason, traffic on Thursday is worse than it is on like any other day. I don't know why that is. But yeah, it took her one time 2.5 hours to get from Venice to our house in North Long Beach.
Yeah.
That's only 27 miles.
Dude. I know.
Isn't that crazy?
That's what I'm saying. I was driving on the 405 a couple of days ago, and there was this homeless guy who was dressed like a Flintstone.
Okay. Was he Barney or Fred?
Like just a tattered cloth covering him, you know?
A loincloth?
Yeah, like basically. He looked like the Richard Ramirez, like out to murder someone.
Oh, the stalker, the night stalker?
Yeah. I'm like, first of all,
just got done
like,
doing.
where did you even get on the highway? Like he was just like on a mission, walking between cars. It was a scene.
One of my friends hit a guy on the freeway.
No.
Yeah, this was just a couple weeks ago.
Like full speed?
His truck was fucked up.
Oh.
I don't think the guy, surprisingly, I don't think the guy died. I never really got into, I just asked him if his truck was okay. But I didn't ask him like the details, but his caption was, "This is what happens when somebody runs across the freeway." And then like the whole front side of his truck was dented in. So
well, how many of how many of those guys, like those homeless guys, have a tent like right off the freeway?
Oh,
you know, like
most.
So many of them,
especially here by the LA River and shit. Yeah.
And it's like nothing for them to just jump a railing or whatever and then just be in the middle of rush hour.
I almost had to dodge one on my bike one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the 710. Luckily he was up further ahead of me, but I'm just like, oh shit, you know, and he's probably crossed like 4 cars in front of me, but it's like, dude, if I hit that guy on my bike,
hey,
we're both fucking dead.
Well, you know, it's like, no one wants to hit anyone, but those guys are kind of asking for it sometimes, and a lot of them, dude. I mean, a lot of them want to be hit. I see them walk through like crosswalks during green lights or during just traffic for no reason, because like they treat the streets as if they run the streets.
Oh, especially down here in like Anaheim.
Yeah. Oh,
Anaheim's the worst towards downtown.
They're psychos,
dude. And the funny thing is, there's a crosswalk like 10 feet away.
Yeah.
And they're just fucking.
They expect you to just
walking through and you're like, hey, motherfucker, and they're just like.
They want you to hit them. Yeah. If I was homeless out here, dude, probably Venice is the place to be.
No.
No. You don't think so? What do you think?
Those are the craziest homeless people there are.
Right.
I spent a lot of time in Venice, believe me.
Right.
They're fucking nuts.
Yeah, but you're on the beach.
Or no, you're on Lincoln Boulevard.
Yeah, right.
In front of my girlfriend's shop, just yelling.
Stealing chairs and
fucking shit. Jesus Christ, fucking yeah. Well, the funny thing, we know who the guy was that stole her chair. That wasn't a homeless guy.
Oh, you found him?
No, we know who he is.
No way.
Yeah.
How do you know him?
Somebody she knows.
Wow. Scumbag.
Yeah. He had a certain, on the video, he had a certain reflecties on the back of his shoes on his heels. So when we had a feeling it was him anyway, because you can never.
Like he's been in the store before?
He kind of, he knows Sadie. But, so here's my thing. So you can always trust like a cokehead to a certain extent. You can trust a crackhead to a certain extent. You cannot trust anybody on meth or on shit like oxy or heroin.
Yeah.
Because those are two things that will take complete control over anybody's logical decision making, right?
Sure.
And this guy is on one of those things.
So he jumped the fence and
he knew
why would
he does handyman work there for her.
Oh wow.
So he knew the one spot where you could get in to the property, right? And it was in a spot where he happens to keep his ladder for working on shit at the shop.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can't report a chair stolen, really. I mean,
they were $250 each.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's $500 worth of shit. But again, the cops aren't going to do anything.
Yeah, the cops don't.
Were they going to
never do anything?
You ever seen The Big Lebowski?
Yeah.
When he finds his car in the car lot, and he's like, "Do you guys have any like promising leads or anything?" And the cops like, "Leads? Yeah, they got us working in shifts." It's like they don't. If somebody's not being raped or murdered, they don't really give a shit.
Or you seen Superbad?
Oh yeah,
with Bill Hader and Seth Rogen on the cops. It's fucking a great movie. But
why do they don't make movies like that anymore?
What
They're too edgy for nowadays. I think.
Right, yeah.
It's gonna offend somebody. And then
I don't believe in that shit, dude.
I don't either. It's fucking horrible.
It's if you give power to it, and then you can be taken advantage from it. You know, like or I just come from a comedy household. You know,
me too. Yeah,
like raunchy '80s comedians. I mean, those guys got away with anything.
I grew up thinking like Dice Clay and Sam Kinison were so fucking funny.
Dude, they are.
Even as a little kid, I was just like laugh hysterical.
They're geniuses. And they would say anything they wanted. Same with fucking George Carlin, Eddie
George
Murphy.
Carlin, legend.
Dude, I would come home from school and watch Comedy Central would have stand up for like an hour every time when I got home from school.
They don't have that anymore, do they?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't have cable. I don't know what the fuck they're playing.
I haven't. I never watched cable.
Yeah. But yeah, I would watch fucking, mid-30s comedians. Most of them are like Boston and New York comedians.
Yeah.
And those dudes just don't hold back at all.
No. Or the guys from Philly.
Yeah.
Or like Bill Burr. Dude, Bill Burr is like my favorite. I saw him in LA a couple years ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was in fucking tears for like 2.5 hours straight, dude. That guy was so funny.
Yeah. And I saw Hannibal Buress. He was probably the last stand-up show I saw. I'm trying to get more comedians in here. That's like my next.
I'm like the closest thing you've got to that so far.
Yeah. Well, I have a buddy who's a comedian. He also runs he has a pizza shop in Glendale.
No shit. He's a comedian and has a pizza shop?
Yeah.
Does he work there?
Yeah.
It's probably pretty funny to order a slice there.
Well, he came through my booth one day and bought like a bunch of my shirts, and we kind of hit it off.
I like that shirt. Is that new?
I've had this one for a while.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
I like it.
One of my first
I
ones.
like most of your shirts.
Thanks.
You gotta make some in men's sizes, dude.
What do you mean, like XL?
I'm fat. No, I don't wear an XL yet, but I put on like 25 pounds.
I see you wearing the Chivalry is Dead all the time.
Oh, I rock that one.
Yeah.
And I just found the one that you gave me, the green one for Walking Rosie that day. I can't remember what that one says on it.
Fuck you, pay me.
Yeah, I couldn't find it and it was in my closet. And then I wore the other one too, but I have that long sleeve one. It's been too hot to wear that one.
I really lucked out with jumping into the tea game when I did. It was kind of came in a perfect moment in my life where it was like, I lost a job, so I lost a significant chunk of income. But once I started doing these market things, I've just started meeting so many great people through it.
Yeah. And
it's really kind of forced a level of like extrovertism, if that's a word. And I don't know. It's just been really good for my psyche.
They're fun.
They're fun.
I love doing art shows.
And there's community around it.
Sadie and I make friends usually at every art show we go to.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's great.
I met at Born Free last year. I met a few people who I'm like really good friends with now just through that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's people I never would have met otherwise. Because these people live in Pasadena, fucking Corona, Upland, San Diego, you know? And then
totally.
I met some people, a couple other art shows back down in Oceanside. Just became friends with them.
Yeah. And it's cool to do all these different neighborhoods, and you're meeting people that you wouldn't meet at the other one. And I mean, I get jobs through it. I've gotten dates through it. You
Nice, my man. Is it your shirts or the mustache though?
I think.
Let's be honest.
I think the stash is like 30% of it. But I think a lot of my shirts
bitch
are
magnet.
Yeah, it is, dude. The chicks like this.
Why do you think I got the chops now?
Yeah, I love it.
Well, it's for my significant other.
Yeah, but also a lot of my shirts are like kind of horny a little bit, and so it's
they definitely get me turned up.
Yeah, I mean, well, some people see them and they're like, oh, I see what this guy's about.
Speaking of chivalry is dead.
Yeah,
I was actually wearing that shirt the other day when we went out to breakfast, and I don't know if we got food poisoning. Something wasn't right.
Where?
Right? I'm not going to name the restaurant because we like the place. But
okay.
It's so I immediately knew I was like, I got to go home. Right.
So while you were eating, you got sick.
No, it was right after I got up and stood up. I'm just like,
oh, jeez.
You know what I mean? You're like, okay, time to go. And she wants to go fucking lollygag and like buy her friend a gift at this place across the street. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, I need to go home.
Yeah. Well, there's no bathroom there?
I'm poop shy, dude. I can't.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I can't go in public places.
When I started going to music festivals, I overcame that.
Yeah. Well, you kind of have to.
You have to. And then when you start driving around the country, like, I'll just shit in any toilet.
I will do it when I have to, but if I can.
Oh, yeah. You have your throne.
If I can drive 10 minutes home and be in my own environment, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm standing outside looking on my phone, fucking around, just like pacing and shit. I'm like, dude, would she hurry up? This is like, and you can feel it
drop a little.
You can feel gravity like start pulling on you, you know?
That's the worst.
Oh my God. And I'm just like, oh God, hurry up. So she's in there for like 15 minutes. And then she comes out and she gets in the car and we start driving. She's like, oh my God. She's like, my stomach hurts now.
Oh no.
You know? And
so you guys are gonna fight for the bathroom when you get home?
Right. So she's I'm not going to repeat what she said to me, but anyway, it was very close to her having an emergency, right? And we pull up to the house, and then I'm like, I'm going to let her use the restroom.
Sure.
Even though I wanted to leave
that is chivalry.
when I wanted to leave, right? So she goes to the restroom, and then I'm like, I can't fucking hold it anymore.
Oh, no.
I grab a roll of paper towels and a trash bag, and I go out to the behind my garage where there's concrete. And this is at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh my God.
And I just spray ass all over the freaking concrete, dude. And I'm there for like, it doesn't stop for like 10 minutes. And I'm just squatting there like.
And then you look up and your neighborhood kid is just staring at you.
Well, there's like one apartment that overlooks my fence. So I'm like keep peeking up to make sure the blinds are closed. And I'm like, dude, please don't open. Because I know the guy that lives there too.
Yeah.
And he's probably hearing me like yelling and splatter coming out on the concrete.
What did you eat?
I had like a breakfast burrito and she had something totally different, like chili killis or something like that. But
sometimes that happens, man.
Dude, it was fucking nasty. And then I'm out there hosing the concrete down and my neighbor's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, just clearing out these leaves. You know, there's just brown water going down the alley.
Just water in the garage.
Oh my, dude, she was like, thank you so much for letting me use that. I'm like, well, were you going to shit in the yard? Because one of us had to.
I've been there, man. I've never actually like shit my pants. Like, I mean, I've sharded, you know.
Oh, we've all sharded.
But I've never.
You've had that coffee in the morning and it just hit different.
Actually, I have a vivid core memory of being maybe 4 or 5, taking a full shit in my Scooby-Doo underwear.
My first time at summer camp, same thing.
Yeah.
Summer camp. I was like 6 or 7, yeah.
Where was the summer camp?
Washington State.
Was it like a traumatic experience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember this. I was like 7.
Oh, yeah.
This is my first time being away from home.
Oh.
It was like for a week at this camp. This is a really gross story, by the way.
I don't care.
It was like 5 days or something. It's called Camp Seymour.
Okay.
Okay.
Seymour's begging for it.
Yeah, right?
Some shit in the pants, dude.
So my mom drops me off, and then they kind of give me a little orientation, and they're like, here's your cabin, blah, blah, blah. If you want to, put your bags here. If you want to go walk around, explore the place, go ahead. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a little slow.
That was
right?
the first day.
Yeah. This is within like an hour of fucking being here. And I'm a little, you think I'm slow now? Imagine me as a kid. I was really, the brain wasn't developed, right?
Were you a chubby or skinny kid?
Yeah, like
just
kind of
normal
how I
build.
am now. Like
Gotcha.
I fluctuate between skinny and fat. Skinny, fat, whatever.
Sure.
But so anyway, I was like walking around a little bit, and I remember I was wearing shorts too. And I had like the high like 80s socks with the fucking stripes on it. I don't know what kind of shoes I was wearing, I forget that. But I'm just kind of walking around, and I was like an introverted kid. I didn't really know how to talk to people. So all these groups of kids went around. I'm just walking around being a weirdo by myself and shit, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden I got a shit. Well, I can't find my fucking cabin, dude. I can't find my cabin. So I'm walking along and I crap my pants, dude. In my shorts. And the fucking little balls, the balls of turds came down the sides of my shorts as I'm walking. I'm like trying to play it off. I don't think so.
Okay, good.
But here's the real kicker. I get to the bathroom, I use it, and obviously made a mess, right?
Yeah.
So then it's smeared all over the toilet. There's no toilet paper in the bathroom.
No.
So
Use your socks?
my ingenuity,
Yeah.
because this is like a swimming camp,
Oh.
I used my beach towel.
Nice.
And I was so embarrassed about it, I just rolled it up and stuck it back in my bag.
Oh.
So then when I came home from summer camp, my mom opens my bag. She's like, what the fuck? It was just a marinated shitty towel she pulled out, dude. I remember this like clear as... For some reason, it's like one of my only childhood memories I actually remember.
That's
like,
nasty, dude.
Dude, it was
I
so
remember
gross.
I had a buddy, when you're a kid and you have you bring your backpack to school, and not a lot of kids don't learn organizational skills out of the gates, and they just shove papers and whatever in their backpack.
Still the same way.
Yeah. And my buddy Brandon O'Hara, I remember
That sounds like a bad kid.
no, he's
Sounds like a mischievous little
a good
motherfucker.
kid, but
Brandon
he was
O'Hara.
mischievous for
Yeah.
sure. Dude, he was like 4'8" forever, and then he finally got tall in the last like few years. But
That's like a Midwest Kyle.
yeah.
We have the Kyles.
Oh, he was
on the West
definitely.
Coast.
He could have passed as a Kyle.
The Brandon O'Haras on the Midwest are the Kyles.
You're totally right. And I hope he sees it. And I remember we went on like spring break or something, and we had like little lockers, like little cubbies,
Yeah.
And he left like his backpack. And I remember coming back. We were like good friends, and he was like sitting next to me. And he opens his backpack like the day back after spring break, and he opens it up, and we both smell it like immediately. And like he left like a lunch in the
Tuna fish.
And he pulls out this black banana, like completely black, and then it was like a squashed like turkey sandwich with covered in green.
Extra mayo.
Yeah.
This has been salmonella marinating.
Yeah, dude. And we were like, dude, you gotta throw this backpack out, because it was like smeared all over the
Yeah, it's
bottom.
done.
Yeah, it's like destroyed.
You murdered it.
Yeah. And honestly, like, I think I've had some lunches from my cafeteria in high school that were the same level of quality.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a gross.
That's pretty bad, dude.
Our high school lunches were gross.
Mine were pretty good.
Were they good?
Yeah, dude, we had those fucking hot dogs filled with cheddar cheese. You bite into them, they shoot like molten hot
That
fucking...
sounds disgusting.
They're dangerous, dude. No, they were good, but if you bit into it, like...
Yeah. It's just like come out the back.
Yeah, so the first time it happens to you and it blasts like your face with like this blazing hot
Like your
fucking cheddar cum out of this
first
dog.
cum shot.
Yeah, your first cum shot. It's not 98.6 degrees though. It's like 250 degrees, right? So then every time after that, You're a little more wary when you bite into this thing. You're trying to go slow, you know?
We had something similar. They called Bosco sticks. They were just like garlic, like cheese-filled garlic sticks.
That sounds fire. You guys had those at your school?
Yeah, we would have them every Friday, I think.
I should have went to school.
They were really good, but it was the same thing, like 3,000 degrees. And you would get third-degree burns if you ate them.
Yeah, how were they so hot?
Because they're like...
But the outside wasn't.
Dude, I think they microwaved all that shit for like 20 minutes. Like, I don't think they actually cooked anything.
Yeah, but it didn't like shrivel up. You know, have you microwaved like a hot dog for 20
like
minutes?
Like a bread would turn into like a...
Turn into a piece of charcoal?
Yeah.
But like mushy?
Right. I remember, dude, in high school, this is one of my greatest memories. When I was a freshman in high school, the senior prank, they did a food fight. It felt like a movie. Like everyone was throwing shit. Like 300 kids were throwing food.
That is like a movie.
It was so cool. And I remember my buddy Vukan, he was like...
What was his name?
Vukan, he's a Serbian guy. And he was trying to finish his math homework. And he gets nailed by a pop can and explodes all over him in his math.
No.
Yeah. And I'm watching him like laughing as he's trying to like finish and tearing through the soaked paper.
So then when he tells the math teacher, like, I did it, but it was in a food fight. They're like, yeah, right. The dog ate your homework. Sure.
Exactly. It was so fucking funny. And yeah, I remember seeing like seniors throwing like pudding pops on the ceiling and shit.
You want a beer?
Yeah. Let me finish my thing.
We had my friend George filled up. We had like taco salads, you know, with the big tostada shells.
Yeah.
And then we had like a station where you could get like salsa, ketchup, mustard, ranch. When one day it was going to pop off, he just filled that motherfucker with ranch, dude.
Oh, and threw it?
I believe it was a table with all the cheerleaders and then like their cheerleader outfits.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's great, dude.
It was pretty savage.
Damn. Wish I got laid in high school.
I was never... Oh, yeah, we talked about this. You didn't get laid till later in life.
Yeah.
No, actually, I mean, okay, so yeah, I think I was like 16 or 17. 17, I think, when I lost my virginity.
Yeah.
Which, it's cool, but then...
But you're not good at it.
I'm probably still not, but I mean...
You were better then.
I've digressed as far as sexual relationships go. But I remember I was freaking out. Like, did I get her pregnant?
Oh.
What if she has AIDS somehow that I don't know about? Because that was when like AIDS is kind of new still, you know?
High school AIDS.
High school AIDS, yeah. Well, her dad actually had AIDS.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he used to be like the minister of the family, and then just came out one day as like, hey, I'm a leather daddy. This is my boyfriend. And I'm HIV positive, by the way.
Jesus.
He was a nice guy though. Like, but you just didn't have the information back then, right?
This is the 80s.
No, I'm not that old, motherfucker.
This is the 50s.
98.
Yeah. Okay.
Or 97, something like that. But yeah, I'm like freaking out, like, oh, I got her pregnant, or what if like...
Well, the AIDS thing was big in the 80s and 90s, you know, but...
Yeah, but I mean, still, you didn't know, like...
Yeah.
You didn't really know how transmission really worked, right? It is a lot harder to get... You don't get it from a toilet seat. You're not going to get it from somebody sneezing on you.
Right.
Or like using the same bath towel, right? It's actually pretty hard to transmit. Especially from like... How do I say this? Especially from like regular intercourse or like stuff that doesn't involve...
Sure. You got to really work for the AIDS.
You got to power bottom your way into that shit.
Yeah. I mean, Freddie Mercury was fucking like 20 guys a day.
That's impressive.
I read his book. He was fucking like a new guy every day.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he could. He would walk into a gay bar and point at whoever he wanted.
How do you do... Like, I love fucking though, but I could never imagine myself as like a porn star. Because like, even if I do have like a long session, I'm like, I'm good for like a day or two now. Like,
well,
my dick's sore. I need to heal.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I want a sandwich. I want to do something else.
Well, I mean, imagine if you could walk into a bar and point at anyone you wanted.
Like I can't.
You're right.
I mean, I can't. I don't know if I'm gonna get a good response.
Yeah,
but...
exactly. Yeah.
Hey, man.
Well, and actually,
you only miss
make
the
it happen.
shots. You only miss the shots you don't take. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're in the bar for 0.5 seconds.
Just say, hey, you.
Yeah.
Like, what? You
That's-
fucking weirdo.
Yeah, you fucking creep. Immediately get the cops called on you.
Immediately get my ass kicked in the parking lot by your boyfriend.
I mean, to actually convince a woman to have sex with me, you really have to have charisma. And
especially if they have sex with me.
in conversation.
It takes a lot of charisma.
I mean, it's a very unique girl that takes very little talking into to take back home. And odds are you probably have to pay at the end.
In one way or another, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe not monetarily,
Yeah,
but
right. You might have to go see the doc after.
you might have the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, Thai revenge.
Fucking pickle dick.
You ever been in Thailand?
Hell yeah.
Yeah?
Fucking most awesome place on earth, dude.
I hear, dude. That's what I fucking hear.
But for the record, it was not for any kind of sex tourism or anything like that. I never got a hooker.
Yeah.
Was not there for that.
The lady boys.
Hey, some of them are fucking beautiful, man.
I know.
You literally cannot tell.
I don't think you could. I don't think I could.
You can't.
Until it's too late.
Well, just don't play with fire and you won't get burned, right?
Right.
So funny thing about Thailand.
When were you there?
2007. I was there for almost 2 months. Or we're in Thailand for a month, and then we're in Laos for a couple weeks, which is right next door. And Laos was like the weirdest fucking place ever.
Yeah.
But this is this is so fucking funny. So me, my friend Brett, and Luke went to Thailand, right? And we get on the plane in SeaTac, and there's this guy sitting in front of us, and he's probably like early 50s, balding, mustache, right? Or no, he had a goatee.
This is you, like the looper.
Yeah, this is me, Looper. Fuck you, dude. So it's funny because I'm wearing the shirt, but he's wearing like a Hawaiian shirt too, like a cheap one.
Yeah.
And Tiva sandals, right?
Max Payne shit, dude.
Yeah. Well, this guy looks like he's wearing the Chomo uniform, right? And so he turns around, and this before we've even taken off. I remember his name was Fred because we kept referring to him as Uncle Fred. But he turns around, he's like, "Hey, where you guys headed?" Because the plane's going to Seoul, South Korea, and then from there we got to go to Thailand. And we're like, "Oh, we're going to Thailand." He's like, "Oh yeah, I live in Thailand." And we're like, "Oh, cool. And we're just talking. And he's like married and this and that. And then the conversation starts building, and he starts opening up more and more, but very loosely about paying for sex, paying for hookers, saying what he does to them, inviting us to his house to go stay with him, and his wife and he had like some fucking other, I don't know, dude, like they were like kind of sex.
So that's why he was there.
That's why he was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the funny thing is so we were like, okay, this guy's a fucking creep, dude. Right? Like I don't need to hear about the anal sex you have with these Thai women.
Yeah.
It's fucking gross, right? Great, you can do whatever you want to him. That's not what we're going for, dude.
Sure.
I just love pad Thai and I want to see the fucking country. So
is Pad Thai a name of one of those hookers you saw? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
But I know. I mean, I want to go to. I want to see every fucking country in Southeast Asia.
Thailand's beautiful.
Yeah,
absolutely beautiful, and the people are fucking amazing.
Yeah,
they're the nicest people. They're all Buddhist, right? So they believe like if they're a shitty person, they're come back like a fucking cockroach
and dude,
or something.
Those guys breed the most relentless kickboxers in the world, dude.
I went to kickboxing matches in Bangkok.
Oh yeah,
it was sick.
I bet.
Badass.
Those guys kick trees to calcify their shins.
Dude, they sit there, and I don't know how they do it. These guys weigh like, some of them like 120, 130 pounds.
Yeah, they're little guys.
And they'll just sit there and bang back and forth, like throwing brutal shin kicks to each other's ribs. Like,
dude, they sharpen their elbos.
Yeah.
It's
because everything's elbows and knees and shins for the most part.
Could you imagine getting hit by one of those guys? It probably feels like getting hit by a truck.
It would literally feel like somebody took a baseball bat and fucking kicked your thigh. And to even take a leg kick like that is like the snap with that and the force will it'd feel like your leg was broken.
Dude, I was going to the Hard Works kickboxing gym for like a year. I bailed. I was like, this isn't for me. I'm not trying to get in a ring. But yeah,
it's still good to even like learn skills about it.
That's kind of why I just wanted a little bit of,
everybody should know how to fight a little
under
bit.
my belt.
Right, yeah.
But the the instructors and the coaches there, first of all, they all have cauliflower ear. So you don't want to fuck with them.
Don't ever fuck with that guy.
Yeah. And two of them, these two black kickboxing dudes, two of the coolest fucking guys. And they were like probably 6'5" and the most ripped dudes I've ever seen. And they would spar in the ring. I would watch them while I was doing like a class or some shit. And it's like, because they would do matches and they would like promo their matches after like a class or something. And I always wanted to fucking go and take photos or something. But dude, those if you got in an altercation with one of those guys, you'd probably get killed. Like,
yeah, they would destroy you.
They would murder you. And that's why I love seeing like street fights online.
Nobody can fight.
Like the one guy knows how to fight and the other guy doesn't.
Mollywops everybody,
and he just gets, swabbing the floors.
Well, I've been in my fair share of fist fights, but I don't know how to fight. Right?
When's your last fist fight?
I don't know, probably fucking
last
6 years ago. No, dude.
Yeah, that's good.
I'd stay away from that shit.
Yeah,
but no, but I'm saying like I don't know how to fight. Right? Those guys know how to fucking fight. And I had a friend that was a MMA coach, and he used to tell me, he's like, you need to go fucking training, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I mean, you need
But he was saying like, he goes, dude, if you know how to fight and get in a fight with somebody who doesn't know how, he's like, it's like fucking just playing basketball against little kids.
Right.
Yeah,
it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's like playing T-ball.
Well, have you ever seen that video? There's a guy, he goes to Santa Monica sometimes. I can't remember his name, but he's a professional boxer. Uh-huh. And he'll give people gloves and he'll say, I'll give you $100 if you can hit me. And these people are like, okay, easy. And they'll start throwing punches at him and he just dodges everything repeatedly and nobody can even fucking touch him.
Do you remember Kimbo Slice?
Hell yeah.
His fucking...
his backyard fights?
His backyard fights?
Well, Jorge Masvidal did that too and he's still fighting in the UFC.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's actually going for a title fight.
Probably the worst career path out there. Just because you're...
What, getting your head punched in for a living?
Yeah, you're fucking your entire future. I mean, for a very minute % of glory.
And money.
Yeah.
Look,
the UFC guys don't make that much.
They don't make shit.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And...
$50,000 for if you win the fight?
It's boxing or nothing.
Well, even then, even a boxing...
To become a prize
to get a
fighter.
bunch of money, yeah. But even then, that sport is so fucking corrupt.
Oh, yeah.
They're
throwing fights. It's all rigged.
UFC's competitive, right? MMA. But boxing is at a whole different level of competitive. Mm-hmm. I'd venture to say there's probably 10 times or 20 times more boxers than there are like MMA fighters.
Sure.
And I don't even mean UFC. I just mean everything from Golden Gloves to guys training MMA down at the fucking local gym here,
There's a guy I went to high school with. He's 3 years older than me. He's like pretty climbing the ranks, pretty badass in like the Bellator shit.
MMA, yeah.
Yeah. And he's scary, dude. Those guys are scary. And a lot of them are scary outside of the ring too. Yes. Like they're savages.
I had a friend that did that back when it was still kind of in its infancy.
Uh-huh.
He's my friend, my good friend's brother. He's a year older than us. He took second state in wrestling for like 165 or something like that. And this dude would just fucking throttle everybody in like a street fight.
Sure.
Then he started doing MMA, right? After high school and stuff. And but as badass as he was and as scary as he was when he flipped his switch, he lost fights. There was guys that beat him. There's always somebody better,
I mean, you're bound to get caught, by some hook.
But there's always somebody smarter. There's always somebody crazier. There's always somebody tougher.
Someone grappling is underestimated.
I'm not that fucking... I'd be like, dude, hell no, I ain't getting in that fucking ring.
I ain't getting on a ring, especially if, I would be more scared of, someone who can armbar and break my arm off than someone who can throw a kick or something,
Yeah, it depends.
I don't know. It just sounds more scary being on the ground and being choked the fuck out.
Well, most fights end up on the ground.
Yeah.
So that's where jiu-jitsu guys shine.
Right.
So you might have the upper hand in a fight, But as soon as it goes to the ground, especially on the street, if somebody knows how to work on the ground, you're gonna get fucking choked out before you even know it.
I'm fucked in any situation. Luckily, I can talk my way out of anything.
I'm pretty good at talking my way out too.
Yeah, or run my way out of it.
I'll either talk my way out or just slip out the back door.
Nothing wrong with running.
No, there isn't.
I saw a fucked up video of this guy. You may have seen this. There's like a few kids at like the mall, and this guy pulls out a knife, and he hit this kid in the neck, and you saw it gush, and he just fell to the ground.
In the middle of the mall?
In the middle of the mall.
Over what?
Dumb, probably like something stolen. I don't remember. Like just dumb decision after dumb decision.
I'll never understand that.
Dude, the knife shit. I don't know what. Yeah, that would be such a wild feeling. Sticking someone.
Yeah.
You ever seen someone do that?
No, not personally. I've seen someone get shot before. That was kind of wild.
You saw someone get shot? Where?
A long time ago. Back in Tacoma where I lived.
Oh yeah. Seems like a normal occurrence over there.
I think it's calmed down quite a bit now than
That's
what it
good.
was back in the late 90s, early 90s. It was pretty active back then, but
Was it like a gang thing?
yeah, they didn't die. A shot in the fucking hand.
Mm.
But still, it's like you think your hand swells up to the size of a grapefruit when even a small caliber bullet hits it, you know? Because it's a burning hot metal projectile flying at the speed of fucking sound,
Yeah.
smashing into your flesh and bone, right?
What guns do you own?
Me now?
Yeah.
Now I only have a 9mm and I have another AR-15 I'm putting together.
Oh yeah. What do you put on the AR?
What am I putting on it?
Yeah. A laser. ACOG scope.
Not an ACOG. No. Put a holographic.
Oh, sick.
ACOG would be more for like long distance or medium range shit.
How do you feel about all the gun? I feel like gun topic is a shady one these days.
It is, but I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah. I think you still agree that there should be background checks.
yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah, didn't we?
There definitely needs to be background checks. And I think people need to get some level of training.
Yeah.
Like here in California, I think you have to do that before you get concealed.
Right.
But I think even to buy a gun, I think you should have to go through at least several hours of basic firearms safety classes.
That would be smart.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I think it'd be fun.
And that's the problem though.
And good practice instead of just go shooting in your backyard or some shit.
Right. And a lot of these pro-gun people, I don't want to like clump myself into the same thing as them.
Yeah.
Because like any time you say any kind of like this is necessary or this is what needs,
They don't
like,
even want to talk about it.
don't even want to fucking talk about it. It's like we have to find
It needs to be talked about.
of course, we have to find like a middle ground, right? There has to be compromises. And let's be honest, a lot of people shouldn't fucking own a gun, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
here you have to take your firearm safety test before you can buy a gun.
Right.
And I think it's like a 50 question questionnaire. If you fail this test, you do not need to own a gun because it's pretty self-explanatory. It's like, what's the safest place to point your gun? At the ground, towards your mother-in-law, at your child's crib. I swear to God, those are the fucking questions.
Well, that's a hard question.
Depending on your mother-in-law.
Yeah.
But the first time I took that, I think I missed like 1 or 2 questions, and you're allowed to miss 6. And the ones I missed were just like they're just worded weird, right? It wasn't like kind of like your driver's test, the same shit. So I asked the girl, I go,
like what gun do you use to kill yourself?
yeah, I asked the girl, shotgun. I asked the girl, do people actually fail this test? And she's like, you have no idea.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fucking terrifying.
Right.
But then again, down here too, I don't think 60% of the people should have got their driver's license either. So
that's the scariest thing because it's like everyone needs a car out here, and half the people out here shouldn't be driving.
I'd say more than that.
Yeah.
Dude, it's fucking, I get scared. I got a big ass, you see my Tundra is a big ass truck. I get scared in that fucking thing. I'm more scared in that than I am on my bike. Because my bike, I can like maneuver easy and like, you know, take evasive action or whatever the fuck.
Well, people, I mean, yeah, guns are one thing. People don't realize that cars are just as fucking lethal as a handgun.
Yes.
You know, if not more. It's a speeding metal death trap, not only for yourself, but for anyone who gets in your way.
It's a fucking 2,500 pound missile,
Yeah.
right? Like, honestly,
I told you, maybe I didn't, but like this first or second day I moved here, I was driving on the highway, and this fucking guy in a Mustang. Of course,
were you just like, what the fuck when you got here?
yeah,
I got on the highways there.
yeah. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I mean,
You get used to it though.
yeah. I mean, you need to be smart. You need to be not only reactionary, but you need to be.
You gotta watch out for everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta try and predict what they're gonna do.
But this fucking asshole in this Mustang is like going like 110. Everyone else going like 80.
Or a Dodge Charger, usually.
Yeah.
Or a Tesla.
Yeah, on autopilot. No one's even driving.
They're just asleep.
Yeah. Anyways.
They're passed out listening to our boring podcast.
At least we're getting the stream numbers up.
Right.
But this Mustang tries to like swerve, like cut 3 lanes and clips this fucking minivan and then slams into the minivan and drives the minivan into the railing of the highway.
Hell yeah.
And I don't know what happened. I kept driving.
Oh, fucking out of here, dude. Welcome to LA, bro.
Yeah, so my second day, I'm like, I'm not even getting involved in this shit, you know? But it was also like midnight. It was late as fuck.
That's usually when it happens.
Yeah.
Because everybody's drunk, fucked up on drugs or whatever.
That's when all the crazies are out.
Especially, I can't remember the name of that freeway that runs, east to west next to downtown LA. But that freeway is fucking
the
scary.
San Pedro, like merging on.
Yes,
yeah.
that is at anywhere from 10 o'clock at night past is fucking terrifying, dude.
All times of the day, it is a shit show.
But at night, it's really bad. There's like a bunch of just drunks. People just like swerving, like you said, cutting across 3 lanes trying to exit.
Right.
Almost hitting barriers.
Because everyone is, because you merge on, because it's like a fucking 8
the
lane
San
highway.
Pedro freeway right there. Yeah.
It's like, why is everything fucking 8 lanes? We just add one more lane. It'll fix everything.
Yeah, no, it just gives another lane for somebody to fucking hit somebody. Or be like, oh, there's my exit.
I think I
Take
read
the next one and turn around, motherfucker.
I don't know the science behind it, but I think I read somewhere that like 1 lane would be just as efficient as 8 lanes.
Probably.
Because it's like no one is stopping or merging to the level that they are for the massive lanes.
Well, and then you have like the double white lanes too, you know?
Right.
And then everybody always crosses those and they're not supposed to. But I've been a victim of it too myself where I've needed to get over because my exit's coming up, but then there's that double white, right? And you're like,
and then there's some cocksucker who won't let you in. And then you're like flicking him off as you're merging.
My friend actually last week just got hit on his bike by some chick.
A motorcycle?
Yeah. By some chick swerving across the double white line and hitting him. Luckily, he's all right. His foot's a little fucked up.
Where did your saddlebag explode off of? Was it on the highway?
Fucking God. No, it's right over. It's half a mile from my house.
Dude, everything they make now is cheap as
that
fuck.
wasn't the saddlebag's fault. That was my fault.
Oh, you didn't tie it right?
Well, it doesn't tie. It's like I'm gonna feel so fucking retarded doing this, but so it has these docking points on it, right?
Yeah.
And there's a heat shield on the bottom of it that protects the bottom of the bags from heat from the exhaust or the road or whatever. And it's like this hard plastic piece. Well, to expand the bags, you have to open the outside zipper. So my computer motherboard had blown up last week. So I was like,
and it just splattered across the pavement.
No. The computer motherboard at my house had blown up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna go to Best Buy, buy new parts, and fix it. Right. I'm like, it's kind of a nice day. My back feels all right. I'm gonna hop on my bike and just go to Best Buy because it's only like a mile and a half down the street. So I go there, find the shit I need, put them in my bags. Well, one of the zippers is stuck on the fucking heat shield. So I take the whole bag off because that's how you can access the zipper easy, right? Okay. Get it, put it back on. And for whatever reason, I just forgot to latch the thing securely. There's like a docking latch, like a lever you push down where it'll click. I just fucking spaced on it.
Yeah.
So I get a half mile from my house, right? And there's these dudes like mowing the lawn on the side of the road with their lawnmowers and shit. And I hear this, and I'm like, Jesus, man, they must have hit a fucking rock or something.
No.
Yeah, and I pull up to the light, and then some car honks at me, and I think it's my buddy Phil who lives down the street. I'm like, hey, what's up? And this lady's like, no, something fell off your bike back there. And I'm like, what? I look back and my bag's missing. I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. So I go all the way around, and there's like all these cul-de-sacs. You can't access the street again. By the time I got back and fucking parked my bike and started walking down to get my bag, I got there right in time to watch a car fucking hit it.
Oh.
And the bag exploded, and my brand new like $300 motherboard was inside of it.
Damn.
That exploded. And those bags are expensive. They're like $800 or something like that.
Jesus.
I was just like, oh my, what? This has been the worst start to a year I've ever had in my life.
Yeah. What else happened?
I'm full of ulcers in my stomach.
Oh yeah, you're working a cane. You have ulcers now too?
Yeah, well, that's what I've had this stomach thing going on that they've been trying to figure out.
Yeah. Should you be drinking beer?
No, but I have to self-medicate somehow.
Yeah.
Beer actually makes it worse, but
Got you.
anyway, my back's blowing out. I fucking lost a saddlebag. Just all kinds of shit. Shit on my truck is starting to fall apart. Everything all at once, dude. It's been crazy.
Dude, they also just don't make shit like they used to.
Fuck no.
Nothing. Everything is made for a planned obsolescence, you know?
My other bike, dude, is so much shitty shit on that bike. It's unbelievable.
Really?
For how much I paid for it? Yeah.
All just stock trash.
Well, but it's like, I mean, like even the welding, you can tell it wasn't done by a person. It was probably done by like some kind of machine. There's like a bunch of slag and like shitty welds on the frame. There's like all the bolts that they use for like the engine, transmission, all that stuff. It's just shitty, like galvanized metal.
Yeah.
So there's only like 600 miles on that bike so far, and all the bolts look like crap. Like they've just been like weathered and shitty.
You gonna try and sell it?
No, I'm not gonna sell it. I'm just gonna I'm gonna have to replace every bolt on the bike.
That's brutal.
They make these bolt kits, but they're like $1,000.
Yeah.
It's just more money. It's like if you paid 40 grand for a bike, you shouldn't have to like.
Well, they like
But the Harleys like they're fucking. I don't know.
They're not what they used to be.
They're like that ex-girlfriend that like you just keep going back to for whatever reason, even though you know she's gonna fucking do you dirty. Like Indian makes a far superior bike.
Indian?
Yeah, Indian motorcycles. They make a way better bike. You get way more bang for your buck.
Dude, when I was in India, there were those Triumphs everywhere.
Those are nice bikes too.
Everywhere.
Those are British.
But yeah, everyone has everyone has a motorcycle over there.
Thailand, everybody rides a moped.
Yeah, that too.
I've seen motherfuckers in Bangkok with like the dad driving, the wife sitting on his lap,
yeah,
the grandma sitting on the back, 2 kids in a basket on the front, and like the fucking family dog hanging off the back.
Dude, I want one of those tuk-tuks.
Tuk-tuks?
Yeah.
Those guys are crazy,
I want
dude.
one of those around here. That'd be
Can you
sick.
imagine?
That'd be awesome. I mean, they just have those fucking
You like
golf
DoorDashing tuk-tuk?
Yeah, that'd be sick. And yeah, all the dudes, all those guys.
And they're 3-wheeled.
Yeah, they're 3-wheeled, and they basically have like lawnmower engines.
And
they're loud as fuck.
I want one of those boats with the river boats we would take.
Pontoons.
That's not a pontoon. They're like these
Ferries?
long fucking canoes, but they have this prop that's like 15 feet long that sticks out the back. You ever seen those?
Oh no, I'd have to see it.
It's literally from me to your window is how long the fucking shaft is to the prop. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I think it's so they can like, because they're constantly moving up and down into shallow parts of the river. So when they know they're in a deeper part, they put it down deeper, so the prop digs deeper. And then when they get to a shallow part, they can push down and it'll raise the shaft up, so the prop's more spinning on the surface. You know,
there's the lake that my family has our lake house on in Wisconsin. It's called Powers Lake, and there's this area.
You guys have a lake house there?
Yeah.
Does it freeze over?
Yeah.
You ice fish?
I've never actually ice fished.
Can
but
you though?
But I see people do it.
You gotta take me sometime.
Yeah.
It's about a dream of mine to ice fish one day.
Yeah, we can go there during the winter. But
Get a case of fucking Milwaukee's best.
there's good fishing on that lake too.
I bet.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, but there's like a whole area that is coming out of like the boat launch that is shallow as fuck, and it's all buoyed off and stuff. But you see, like during the summer, like people just who aren't from the lake launch their boats and shit, and they start flooring it and just ground their fucking propellers
Oh yeah.
on the fucking sandbar, on the fucking rocks.
Fucking rocks.
Yeah. And then, I mean, you fuck up your $600 propeller. I mean, it's probably more than that even.
Some of them are.
Yeah.
Depending on what they're made of.
Yeah.
They're brass. They're pretty fucking
I mean,
expensive.
they're commercial, not commercial, but consumer boats.
Right.
But yeah, it's just, that's the worst thing, like on those lakes where like people who shouldn't, talking about people who shouldn't be driving, people who shouldn't be driving boats.
There's a lot of those too.
And you don't
need a license.
You don't need a license. You don't need any experience. You just need to buy it.
What's crazy too is we had a lake place when I was a kid, and dude, I was like, what, 17, 18? And like my dad was like a semi-pro professional water skier.
My dad was too.
So was my brother my half brother through him.
Uh-huh.
They were like, I sucked at all that stuff, but I was there, inner tubing. That was about it.
Yeah, you're a tuber.
I grew up on boats on lakes, right? So obviously when you're a kid, you think you know everything. And I'd be like 17, 18 years old in the summer, just driving around drinking beers in a boat with all my friends, But yeah, people driving around drinking all the time on a boat, it's way more dangerous than a car, I think.
They're all drunk.
Yeah.
Half of them are drinking.
For the most part.
Especially if they're young kids,
There's nobody here, bro. Come here.
Yeah.
Come here.
Come up and chill. She's such a weirdo. You remember when she was a puppy?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
I babysat you. Yes, I did one time.
Now she's a big old girl. Did you grow up with animals?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a super animal lover.
Yeah.
I want to get 2 pygmy goats.
Or teacup pigs?
I'm not even joking. Goats are kind of like my spirit animal, They're just like
Are they?
little mischievous fuckers.
Yeah. Kind of devil oriented.
Well, not so much devil, but just they're funny.
Funny.
We had a goat when I grew up on a farm.
Would you milk them?
No, you can't milk the pygmies.
Oh, okay.
Unless you're into like some weird sexual shit. That might be. I don't know about that.
I don't know. I heard goat milk is pretty good.
I like goat cheese.
Yeah.
You're not a goat cheese fan?
I don't think I've ever had it.
What?
Yeah.
You're sleeping, bro.
I've never seeked it out.
Do you like eggs?
Yeah.
Throw some goat cheese in your eggs.
Okay.
They have just at Ralph's, they have crumbled goat cheese in the little containers. Delicious. Might change your life.
Damn. Yeah, cheese is a weird thing. I mean, it's like who's the first guy to start just like pulling on udders,
I don't know, but I thank him for it.
Yeah, he's a smart guy.
Because I love cheese, dude. And hats off to that man.
Dude, I'm excited to I'm gonna spend a little bit of time in France in September. I'm trekking through Europe.
You gonna go truffle hunting?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a pig and spend my time in the Parisian forests. Yeah, man. Like I'm gonna eat some weird food. You spend time in Europe?
Never been. Always wanted to.
No,
we're supposed to go this fall, but
you should meet up with me somewhere, like in Germany or something.
we're supposed to go around the same time.
Yeah.
Because my girlfriend's dad is like fresh off the boat English,
Oh, really?
Yeah, Malcolm. So yeah, he's from. He's really gonna get mad if I fucking bugger this up. I want to say Yorkshire.
Yorkshire.
I know he's a big Leeds United fan because he drags me to all the fucking soccer games.
I said Edinburgh.
Edinburgh?
Yeah, I said that too.
Did you get punched in the fucking face?
Yeah, some British guy's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What? What? What?
Sorry, I'm used to Pittsburgh and all these fucking American.
Philly! Dude, I want to go to Philadelphia one day too, just because those have to be the most fucking crazy fucking fans on the planet, dude, for every one of their sports.
I meant this.
It's like women are always like, That's just fucking Flyers, you fucking bitch.
Dude, Philadelphia and Boston, I feel like are interchangeable mindsets.
I feel like those are some of the last great bastions in America for like a good old fashioned fist fight.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? No shooting, no stabbing. It's just a fuck you, a fuck
A
you.
drunk fist
This
fight.
guy throws his jacket off. This guy's bar stool's like, whoop, and you know what time it is. They go outside.
Like if their team wins or loses, they're rioting.
Yeah.
You know.
Doesn't matter. But it's LA too. They win or lose.
Yeah.
The Lakers win or lose, they're rioting.
Yeah.
There's gonna be dudes burning fucking cars.
Philly in particular just loves to cause some havoc.
I love it.
I met a girl recently who's from Philly. She had an edge to her. She was like,
A what?
she had some edge, like some.
Oh, she has some edge?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can imagine.
you know.
I feel like Boston's probably like where I was meant to grow up, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been to Boston?
No, I've always wanted to.
I was there for a couple days over the summer. Everyone's white. It's like it's zero diversity. I didn't see a single tattoo. Very conservative looking. So maybe not my town. Maybe not your town.
Yeah.
I think they
I'm
would
diverse.
I think they would look at you a little interesting. Like
They probably would.
They would be like,
You think you're fucking tough?
yeah, yeah, and then punch you. I don't know.
Dude, I'm Irish too. It's cool.
I've heard Boston is one of the most racist towns in America.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah,
Racism's fucking stupid, dude.
it is.
Most of my friends aren't even white for the most part.
Yeah, Mexican.
Asian, Latino,
Yeah.
fucking black, whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude, I mean, I'm the minority in my neighborhood. Everyone here is Hispanic.
I'm the minority in my neighborhood.
Yeah,
Everybody's Hispanic.
they're all great people.
There's like fucking where I live. There's probably like 8 blocks. There's probably like maybe 10 white people.
Yeah,
Everybody else is Hispanic.
totally,
But I identify more with them anyway. So
for sure. They're the backbone of this country, whether a lot of this country wants to admit it or not.
the people that don't want to admit it are fucking dumb.
Yeah,
The people that taking our jobs.
yeah,
What job?
yeah,
You gonna go pick lettuce, motherfucker?
yeah.
You gonna go clean truck stop restrooms, dude?
Yeah, wash dishes.
That's the job you do. Yeah, washing dishes. That's the job they're taking from you. Fuck out of here, dude. This country ain't operating without
Mowing
those
your fucking
motherfuckers.
lawn.
Mowing your lawns. This country's not operating without them.
No.
Let's fucking get that through your fucking dumbass head real quick.
Right. It is interesting. Like they're just good workers. Like they're willing to work. I mean, a lot of them are.
For shit, you ain't because they didn't grow up how we grew up.
Right.
You know what
They
I mean?
aren't spoiled.
Right.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, we're fucking super spoiled in this country.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else.
We think we deserve something.
Deserve what? Nobody deserves shit in this life, dude.
Right.
Let's get that fucking straight right now.
Well, I think, I think we have established that at this point.
Nobody deserves a fucking thing.
Yeah, you gotta work.
You gotta make your own way, dude.
Yeah.
Like you gotta find what you're good at and just run with it, or find something you're mediocre at and run with it. Right?
And try and make a buck.
Yeah, they're the hardest working motherfuckers.
Totally.
I work with all Latinos on my boat. They don't complain about shit.
And they do it.
I'm the one who bitches and complains, right?
Yeah. And they don't hop jobs.
My boss is just waiting for me to.
They don't hop jobs either.
No, my boss is waiting to find an excuse to fire me so he can replace me with like another Latino, right? It's like
a lot of them will work in the kitchen their entire lives.
Oh yeah,
or landscape their entire lives
and be fucking good at it for one. Not bitch for two.
Like white people
be fair for three.
Yeah, white people job hop any chance they can get for an incremental amount of money more.
Well, unfortunately, I'm loyal to a fault, so it's like,
yeah,
I didn't tattoo this shit on my face for no reason.
Right.
But yeah, no, dude. Like, those people are fucking badass, man, and it sucks that I do think there is an immigration problem because you can't just have nonstop people coming into a country illegally.
Yeah,
and I'm not talking about our country specifically. But every time I've been to another country, right, you're allowed to be there so many days. Some countries are 30 days. Some countries are 90 days. They stamp your passport when you enter.
Right.
And at any time, a cop can walk up and ask you to see your passport.
Uh-huh.
And if you don't provide it to him, he takes you to jail. If you're in the country for longer than you meant to be there, you get fined, they kick you out, and you probably can't go back to that country.
Mm-hmm.
Thailand especially was like really strict with that shit.
Were they?
There's ways around it though. You can go to Laos for like one day, get your passport stamped, and then come back and then do all that shit. But no, those people fucking they do shit that nobody else here is willing to do.
Yeah.
And like you said, like our whole agricultural industry especially depends on that.
It grinds my gears when I see, like it's predominantly Republicans that are anti like immigration for some reason, but this country is based off immigration.
Where none of us were here.
Yeah.
Let's talk to the Native Americans if we really want to talk about taking jobs.
It's like your father was probably not from here.
Nobody's was.
Or your grandfather, at least.
Unless you were Native American, nobody's was.
Yeah. And it's just throwing sand in your ancestry's face.
No, it's
to
stupid.
be anti-immigration. Like, I mean, I love when whenever someone comes in my booth or who's speaking a different language, I love talking to them like where they're from.
You don't say speak English, this is America?
Yeah.
Huh?
I would get a lot less sales, dude.
It's America, motherfucker. Speak English.
Speak English in this booth.
Yeah.
No, I love hearing where they're from and maybe making a friend somewhere that like if I go to that country, I could reach out to them.
Sure.
You know, and they can show me the best fucking food in their
Remember
town.
me? You wore my t-shirt?
Yeah. Honestly, there is a connection though.
Yeah, no,
you know?
for sure.
And
when they find stuff like your stuff, you know, and then go back to they're stoked on it, you know.
They are stoked on it.
Because they're not finding that over there.
Right. I have a handful of British friends and other European friends at this point that I just made friends with who just came through and bought my shit.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, like couple Russian girls like last weekend. Didn't dive too deep into that one.
Jump Slava Ukraine.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, I heard Russia's having a rough time.
Well, let me guess, you guys are single because your boyfriends are dead, right?
Yeah. They were sexy too.
Digging my hole deeper.
They were beautiful too.
Hey guys, you made it this far. Some quick, shameless self-promotion. I'm giving you a free coupon to my store on freddytylerpaul.com. You can get any tee, any sweater, any book, any album of mine for 25% off. Just put in bad advice at checkout and you're golden. All right, back to the pod.
No,
I'm trying to help these people, you know.
You gotta be like, hey, fucking man up, dude.
Oh yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I feel like those glasses like look a little high on your
Hold on. How about now?
like. Yeah, I guess it's a little better.
Better?
I don't know.
You know what?
I don't know.
The headphones are fucking killing my vibe right now.
Okay, this is a good one. Me and my boyfriend just found out that we share the same great grandparents. We really love each other. I want to keep being together, but I know my parents will be against it, and his probably as well. What should we do? Is this wrong?
Do you like your kids being born with their eyes close together?
Yeah. I mean, how long have they been dating?
Long enough to be in love.
Yeah, if you're in love, it's definitely not.
So at least a month.
Yeah, at least a month. I wouldn't recommend it. You know, it's not a good look, especially at the family get-togethers.
They share grandparents?
I guess so.
Like Christmas is going to be weird.
Yeah, I was going to say. I don't know. This is some Alabama shit. I don't even know. Yeah,
keep eating mayonnaise sandwiches in your fucking trailer and
well, if they share the same grandparents, that means they're cousins of some sort.
I mean, the gene pool's getting a little smaller, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, think back on.
You ever seen a three-eyed fish?
Lake Michigan, yeah. You know, Lake Michigan has like a huge mercury concentration.
They have a nuclear power plant there?
I don't think so.
We know the ocean has mercury too a lot.
But there's a bad, a lot of the fish are like wonky.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Dude, everything's bad for you.
Yeah.
You don't eat the fish, you're gonna die of skin cancer. I don't know what to fucking tell you.
Right.
live your life.
But this, I mean, thinking about, you go back a couple hundred years, everyone was kind of like second and third cousins, dude.
Well,
I mean, not everyone.
that family farm wasn't branching out very much
Well, yeah.
from the neighbors that were on either end.
I mean, hopefully, you find someone who's a little different, a little outside the gene pool.
What about the royalty shit?
Right, that's some gross shit. Where they try to keep the bloodline intact. And all the descendants are like,
So Prince Edward,
oh yeah, super just deformed.
somebody in there was a sister fucker in that family, right? At some point.
Yeah, and I think they were royal. How intelligent were these guys too? It's like,
Not very, because what does that matter?
yeah,
But because you have royal blood, you're
Right.
meant to lead the army and the kingdom,
right.
and you're a fucking nitwit. but the blood's royal.
I know.
So let this guy who's curing cancer over here not take over. But
yeah, you just inherit that.
I'm sorry, his blood's royal. You're gonna have to
I mean,
take
it
a back
still
seat.
goes on the day. I mean, look at like Eric Trump. you know?
Fucking stupid, dude.
That is a sad reality where you can be the most talentless, idiotic human being, but if your dad was a popular real estate investor, you'll be taken care of indefinitely. You don't have to work a day in your life.
Unfortunately, that's the way the world's
Yeah.
worked forever.
Yeah.
So didn't start with him. It's not going to end with
Right.
him. You know what I mean?
I mean, the hardest workers in the world are probably in India and don't have a dollar to their
Some of the hardest workers I know fucking deserve everything in this world.
yeah. And there's
They
someone,
weren't born into it,
Yeah.
right? I'm not.
And-
I can't complain because it's.
and you see these like people on like doing like these workshops to like get to that next level, whatever. And those are just scams.
It's a fucking total.
There's-
You're never getting to that next level. You're not.
No.
You're not
And-
ever getting there.
And it's the people who buy into it are the suckers,
The worst is the real estate ones, right? Where they have those real estate workshops.
Like the Marriott.
This is how I got to fucking gold level in fucking Amway or what. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Amway.
And people that buy that, it's like, dude,
Yeah,
save your money, fucking do your own shit that you're good at, and then see what goes from there. Give these fucking leeches your shit.
I remember when I was valeting.
You did an Amway convention?
Speaking of valeting, no, but two of they were nice guys, but two of my coworkers were deep in the Amway shit. I'm like, dude, you guys are wasting your fucking time. Get the fuck out of this shit. But what I was gonna say is, Jerry Springer died yesterday,
Sad day.
and he used to valet with me all the time.
Really?
Yep, and he would tip me nothing. Never tipped.
I'm not gonna say.
So I'm not
gonna say it.
So it's like,
I had something to say, but I'm not gonna say it.
Please say it. Let me hear it. We can cut it off.
No. Wasn't he Jewish?
Yeah, it was Jewish. That's all you had to say.
I'm not fucking racist, all right?
That's all you had to say. Well, he was in the he was kind of He would valet with his wife, occasionally his kid. He had a very cold demeanor. He wasn't very warm.
On the show, he was very warm.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny though? As somebody like him who has like probably way more wealth than I do. Well, I don't have that much wealth.
He's a multimillionaire.
Sure, he has way more wealth than I do. I would go out of my way to tip you, right?
Yeah.
Probably like $10 or $20 or whatever, right? Thanks, man.
Yeah.
And this guy who's got way more than me ain't giving you shit.
Right.
Maybe that's why he's where he's at, and that's where I'm at. I don't know.
I think
I'm a very generous person, and I always was taught to treat the janitor the same as the CEO.
I was
right?
surprised to hear he was as old as he was. He was like
78?
79, I think.
79.
I mean, that's a full fucking life.
I used to watch the fucking shit out of his shows, dude.
Oh, everyone did. Everyone watched this shit.
Especially when it first got turned up, before it got like super fake.
Yeah.
Because people really would throw down on that show.
Right. And the audience were rabid. Dude.
Oh yeah. And I remember my senior year in high school, I had late arrival, early dismissal because I had a job. And I had all my regular classes done. So my whole senior year was just electives.
Mm.
So I would have like three periods a day I'd have to go. And then I would race home because Jerry Springer would start. And I'd watch Jerry Springer for an hour and then I'd go to work. Every fucking day.
Yeah.
And that was in like the prime of Jerry Springer. It was awesome.
Yeah. And then Steve, like his bodyguard, took
Steve
over.
Wilkos, who got his own show, which was fucking horrible.
It wasn't the same. You know who Khalil Mack is?
Yeah.
He would valet with me.
Defensive end? Or used to be for the Chicago Bears. Now he's a Raider.
I think he was a linebacker for the Bears back in the day.
Defensive end.
I don't know.
I'm a football guy.
Maybe I don't know what he was.
He's a defensive.
Okay. But he had like $141 million contract with the Bears.
Yeah, he was like the best defensive end in the whole fucking league.
And he would never tip either. And he would show up in a Phantom, a Rolls Royce, or a Lambo.
You know Exhibit, the rapper?
Yeah.
From LA? So he used to fish on, my friend at the time was, worked on a sport fishing boat. And so those sport fishing boats will have like 50 people on them, right?
Yeah.
And they'll go out here and they'll fish. And then the deckhands on the boat will like clean the fish for the people, fillet them and everything. And then you're supposed to tip them for doing that, right? Exhibit was a regular, never tipped.
Mm.
I'm like, dude, kick somebody $10, man.
Well, how much money did Exhibit really have?
He was pretty big back in the day.
Yeah.
My buddy said he would show up in his brand new Escalade to the dock, so he had some kind of money.
Yeah, I mean, the Pimp My Ride shit was pretty popular.
He had to get something from that.
He had to be making some
enough to tip to go on a sport fishing boat.
I couldn't tell you a single fucking song of his.
He was big on Eminem or the Chronic 2000 album.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Dre's second album.
Oh nice. Well, you haven't heard jack shit since eight from him.
No.
What is he doing?
Nothing. Saving the money he didn't tip.
Yeah.
But to me, like, if you
invested every dollar he didn't give you.
I also worked, most women I've dated have worked in the service industry. I've worked in the service industry.
Yeah.
Our money comes from tips, right? For the most part, we don't make shit.
Sure.
So if you can't afford to tip somebody,
you shouldn't be
$10 on a fucking $50 meal, then don't go out to eat. Go to McDonald's, you selfish cocksucker. Like, we got, especially people who are like super fucking like, needy. Those needy customers are like, oh, this is like, I asked for it mid rare. This is medium. Fucking my bun wasn't toasted enough. Fucking, fuck off, dude. And then they don't tip you on top of it. It's like, there are some people that expect that when they go out to eat that or any kind of service, right? That you're just supposed to fucking wait on them hand and foot for nothing. Like that's your job, slave. That's what you signed up for.
Right.
Fuck off, dude.
It's also a stupid aspect of our culture. I don't like it.
Tipping?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of got a little overboard during the pandemic.
Oh,
I think.
Now everyone is asking for tips.
Not just tips, but extra tips.
Yeah.
So I order DoorDash occasionally, not usually, but occasionally, right? And a lot of times I'll be like home drunk and I want some booze. I'm not going to drive, so I'll have alcohol delivered, right? What? That's a thing.
Yeah. Sure.
I'm trying to keep the party going, right?
Yeah.
But I'll always tip them, right? Because they're driving around fucking, Uber Eats ain't paying for their gas or their car maintenance or whatever.
Sure.
Whatever they got going.
Yeah.
If I can't afford to get a case of beer delivered, or if I can't afford to tip them like $10 on the case of beer getting delivered, then I should just go to sleep. But that's probably not going to happen. So.
Or smoke a J.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? But yeah, now it's like Uber Eats especially. I don't do it that often, but every now and then I will do it. Or like DoorDash or something. And then so I'll tip them 20% because some of it goes to the cooks at the restaurant. Some of it goes to the driver. Yeah. And then they send me a thing like, would you like to leave an additional tip? like, no, I'm not paying $50 for my fucking Chick-fil-A, dude.
Yeah. Well, it's like too. Yeah, they call it tipflation, bro. Because it's like everyone has like an iPad to pay
Right.
for your credit card or something.
Right.
And like, all right, can you sign this? And then you sign it. And then it shows 15, 20, 30%. I'm like, all you're doing is handing me what I paid for.
Right.
You aren't waiting on me.
Right.
You aren't refilling my shit.
Right.
It's like,
No, I get that.
it's honestly just a genius marketing, like a genius business move, because the percentage of people who will pay it makes it make sense.
When you know DoorDash is probably taking a percentage of that too.
Oh, yeah.
So there, unless you're giving them $10 cash, I never have cash on me though.
It
so
goes
it's like,
right into the exec's pocket.
right.
It goes right into
No,
his
I
bank
know.
account.
They're probably taking 30% of that too,
Yeah,
which the state and the federal government are also going to take another 30%. So they ain't getting shit.
right. You know who deserves tips and that don't get tips? The bud tenders at the dispensaries. They
don't?
no. I mean, I think they have like tip jars at
I
the
think
register.
the Circle one does. You know the traffic circle one down there?
I don't think so.
They don't?
They have like a tip jar by the register.
Oh, but not on the
No.
credit card, right? Either
No.
does Starbucks.
No. And those guys are actually like kind of helping you.
Yeah, I've always felt guilty because I just have like the Starbucks app.
Yeah.
I don't even go there that much anymore because their coffee's garbage. But
I haven't been to Starbucks at least a year.
for a while, I was going a lot, especially during the pandemic.
I can't justify paying $8 for a drink.
And it's a shitty coffee. It's not even a good coffee.
No.
But still,
Yeah.
I would go there because it was convenient. It was right on the street.
Sure.
I always felt bad because I just used my debit card or my
Those
app,
poor baristas, dude.
and I couldn't tip them
Yeah.
because I didn't have cash ever.
And those guys
But I
are
would if I
working
had.
to their fucking bones of their fingers.
They are, dude. They're fucking working hard.
Because they got to put like 4,000 ingredients for the white Karen who asked for
Yeah, some stupid cunt
the
that
white
like,
mocha frappe with almond milk.
oh, and she's like getting 50 fucking orders for her office, you know?
Yeah. And she's like,
Have like breakfast time when everybody else is there.
this tastes like oat milk, not almond milk.
Yeah. Or the worst
Get
is like,
fucked.
dude, when they started the fucking mobile order shit to where you can
Oh.
just pick up,
The worst.
dude.
For those guys, I feel so bad for them.
Oh my God.
Shit just probably gets stolen and mistaken all the time.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, and then then the bitch comes in and is like, my drink's not here.
Complains to the manager.
Yeah, because some fucking guy took it 20 minutes ago because you weren't here 20 minutes
Somebody
ago.
stole my coffee one time.
Oh, yeah? That's probably me. I just go in there whenever I want a coffee.
No,
and
I
just
knew
take
who
one.
it was. It was some fucking cholo, dude. Was that Ralph's down at the marina?
That's kind of the move, though. If you just went in there and whenever someone called a name, oh, yeah, that's mine.
Because how do they know?
And just left. And then didn't come back for like a couple weeks. They would never recognize you.
So like during the pandemic, this traffic circle one down here I'd always go to.
Yeah,
I'd go there every morning, right? Because it was like a thing to get out of the house and like
sure.
I'd talk to the people they like
The
knew me there.
capitalism corner.
Yeah, right.
Every corporation known to
Yeah.
man is like centralized right there.
Dude, they put in a fucking Habit there where that Burger King was.
Right, yeah.
Habit's
This
way better.
Habit
Burger King's
burger.
lowest of the low of the fast
I haven't
food.
been there actually.
You never been to Habit?
I was debating going there.
I'm
and-
gonna take you.
Yeah.
It's bomb.
Is it?
Super good.
Carl's Jr. across the street.
Carl's Jr.'s horrible.
I went there once and I felt sick.
No, Habit's quality, dude.
Is
It's good.
it? Okay.
And even if you don't want like
what about versus In-N-Out?
I think Habit's better.
Okay.
Their fries are better onion rings.
Yeah.
In-N-Out's fries are shit.
Should we go there right now?
You trying to go? Let's go. But they also have an ahi tuna burger there if you're trying to eat like healthy.
Oh, okay.
That's bomb. It's like 330 calories.
Hell yeah.
Bomb, dude. Super good.
That's up my alley.
I think Habit is probably the best fast food chain there is.
Wow.
As far as I'm gonna say it.
That's a massive claim.
As far as quality, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, Habit's fire.
Yeah, that was a Burger King location before, wasn't it?
Funny thing about Burger King, my girlfriend's mom loves Burger King.
I love the taste of a Whopper, but everything else on the menu is complete dog shit. You know?
So listen to this.
Yeah.
Her dad's family comes in from England a couple weeks ago. And we took them to this place called 10 Mile Brewery on Signal Hill. They have like awesome pizza. I had a pastrami pizza, amazing.
Whoa.
I didn't think pickles and pastrami on pizza would be good, but it was insane.
Sick.
Anyway, so we took them to like a good place, right?
Yeah.
So then they go back to Venice with her fucking mom. Where does she take them?
BK.
Burger King.
Ugh.
Could have taken them to In-N-Out.
Did they didn't object at all?
Dude.
Do the Burger Kings even exist over there?
Do they exist anywhere? I feel like they only exist in airports or something like that.
Yeah, they're pretty rare out here.
Because they're horrible.
They're all over the Midwest.
Right. But that's what her mom likes.
Yeah.
Even over McDonald's, you take them to fucking Burger King, dude. Like, come on.
My dad would get me. He would pick me up every Friday for guitar lessons in grade school, and he would show up with a fucking Whopper every time, and I would eat it on the way there.
How are you fucking this thin?
I was getting chubby in grade school.
I eat like a
that
fucking
year.
bird, dude.
And then my sister like called him out on like, stop getting Tyler fucking Burger King. And he's like, okay, yeah, I should probably stop.
Wait, is your first name Tyler?
All my family called me Tyler because my dad was Fred. It was like a differentiation thing.
I'm gonna start calling you Tyler.
But Fred is my first
I'm
name.
gonna start calling you Tyler.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or I call you Uncle Fred, like Uncle Fred we met on the plane.
Yeah. I know. Well, yeah, everyone in my family calls me Tyler. Everyone who knows me before like 16 years old calls me Tyler because I started going by Fred like halfway through high school.
Fair enough.
It was kind of like I didn't want to be an adult Tyler.
Right.
It seemed
Tyler's like such a little bad kid's name.
it sounded kind of douchey, or it sounded like immature to me.
But then Fred sounds kind of pedo. But if you go by Freddy, that's different.
Yeah. So,
I have Uncle Fred ingrained in my mind.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I always thought Frederick was a esteem kind of
Frederick's very, very royal.
Yeah.
Very
Well, my dad's name was Frederick William Purcell. And,
Frederick's a
and
badass name.
there was a King Frederick William.
There was a King Frederick.
I think it was King of Prussia.
Nobody goes by Frederick anymore.
It's a dead name, dude.
Like Otto.
Otto von Bismarck.
Yeah, like fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It is funny, like now everyone's just trying to make like the dumbest fucking names for their kids, like as possible. Like,
oh my god, dude.
like Apple or Banjo or Northwest.
What is that cunt's name from Charlie's Angels? Fucking long neck Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
What's she name her kid? Fucking Apple, and then the other one's some other dumb name too.
I don't know.
One kid's name is Apple.
Yeah.
The other kid's name is something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, you're lucky you're rich, because put those kids in public school
Right.
and see what fucking happens.
Yeah. One of my favorite artists, his kid's name is Banjo. But he's like a banjo player, which makes it kind of okay, but not okay.
I got the shit beat out of me for having the last name Fish. So every fucking day.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Fishy.
Yeah, fishy, tuna fish. You smell like fish.
Kids are so mean, dude.
The worst motherfuckers on the planet.
Kids
dude.
are so fucking mean.
Kids between the ages of middle school and high school, like when you're in elementary, you're still like,
You're still learning manners.
right, and you're like a sweet kid. So once you hit like middle school, junior high, high school, especially for the grades between like 7 and 10,
Yeah.
you're a fucking asshole. And I even became a fucking asshole when I
was a
was
little
in
bit of
that.
an asshole.
Yeah, we all go through it, right?
I was also playing like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, like, and you like have to be an
Such a
asshole
good game.
online, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like online, you have to talk shit.
That's pretty. I don't think there's anything more toxic than a Call of Duty fucking lobby, dude.
No, it was so toxic. But that was that it was a formative. Those were formative years, though.
Right.
Taught you how to curse, how to dish it out, how to take it.
You know what's sad though is the internet is such a safe space for kids like that.
Yeah.
Because I used to always tell them like, you wouldn't fucking say that shit around where I live.
No.
Because you'd get fucking throttled, dude.
Everything's a safe space now.
Not with me. I'll fucking find you.
All right, let's try another bad advice. Since getting married less than a year ago, our sex life has been slowly decreasing.
Oh boy.
What is some advice you have for keeping or improving your sex life as your relationship ages?
It's a guy or a girl? Does it specify?
I think this is a girl. To provide additional details, we don't have kids either.
Eat ass.
Just start eating ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with
That'll
that.
turn it up.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you just have to fucking start doing different shit. Don't just fucking missionary every
of
night.
course your shit's gonna be boring if you're fucking doing it through a hole in the sheet every night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, turn the lights on every once in a while.
Yeah. Don't leave a box of Kleenex next to your nightstand to wipe up the mess. Kind of just wallow in it one night and see where that goes. You know what I mean?
Start working out together.
Yeah.
You know, start sweating together.
Wearing booty shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Change up the clothing.
To where you can see like the sweat line of the camel toe or something.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Watch some porn together. There's countless things to do.
Wear a clown suit.
Yeah, that's pretty hot. Yeah,
I'm just throwing them out there. Maybe some people are into that. I wouldn't know.
I'd be into it.
Possibly.
What else could we do?
Furry? Go to a furry convention?
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't get that.
I don't. It kind of weirds me out being into animals like that.
But I'm just like, what turns you on about that?
I don't understand that.
It's like hot. You can't breathe. It's like, dude, I'm fucking sweaty. I can't breathe this shit.
That's one of the few things I think you can kink shame people for.
Being a furry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a friend online. We would play Halo together, and he was a furry, but he was a good guy. And
sure, everybody's got their niche.
Yeah. But I would always ask him about it. I'm like, why are you into this shit? And he was really into like wolves. Like that was his thing.
Really?
And I don't know.
So do you have an alter ego when he wore the suit?
Yeah, I think he wore like a wolf suit.
Mm.
I don't know. This is like 15 years ago. But I don't know, man. It's kind of gross. Clowns, at least, it's like, you know, you're wearing makeup.
Are you?
Yeah.
What kind of clown are you, dude?
I'm a sad clown.
You don't have like
I'm one of those French clowns.
You know, clown tattoos on my feet.
Oh yeah,
I've
seen those. Yeah,
the laugh now, cry later clowns.
Yeah, that's dope.
I fucking love those tattoos.
What else could you do to spice up? Bring in another gal or guy,
dude. So
yes,
you could like leave the bedroom window unlocked, right?
The window.
Yeah, let her go to sleep or potentially sleeping, and then climb in through the window wearing a ski mask, holding a knife.
Oh yeah. Some girls like the danger.
I'm not gonna say any names, but yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot of girls, you know, they like being choked. There's like there's a dominant aspect that some girls like, dude.
I'm aware.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've been with a lot of girls that like being choked a lot.
I've had a girl ask me to hit her.
Yeah.
To the point where it made me uncomfortable.
It makes me uncomfortable a little bit.
I don't mean like fist. I mean, it was just like, but she kept asking me to do it harder. I'm like, I'm hitting her pretty fucking hard at this point, right?
Like,
to the point where her lip was bleeding, you know?
Oh, God.
I'm just like, dude, if I fucking like.
Well, you know, it's like the choking thing. It's like, I push that to a brink sometimes and that they wanted it, you know?
Right. And then you're like, am I going to David Carradine in this bitch right now? Or like,
right.
How am I going to explain this to cops? Like, she was telling me to do it. Yeah, right.
No explanation.
And then you're in prison telling everybody that you're in there for sexual assault, murder.
Oh, and then you're fucked.
Yeah, and then you're the one getting choked and fucked at the
shock
same
collar
time.
all over again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the scary things about getting married. Like, yeah, fucking someone for 40 years, it's going to get, you know, there's going to be some staleness.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you keep it spicy?
I don't know. Fucking blow the guy randomly while he's driving. Something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Go on little...
Be spontaneous about it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have it to where it's like...
It's only in bed.
It's only in bed and it's like, okay, it's Tuesday. Fucking CSI Miami's on. Right? We're going to watch the show and then we're going to get to business and then... it becomes a routine, right? Make it not a routine.
I need like sexcation. You know,
Right.
go on little vacations for sex, not just to learn.
Just be like, we're gonna go to Cabo and fuck.
Yeah,
We're gonna drink margaritas in the morning and fuck,
all afternoon.
and nobody's gonna judge us for it.
Yeah,
It's that simple.
that's the dream.
right. What the fuck's wrong with that?
Yeah, what's wrong with you guys? We just
How do we just
like,
solve your sex
yeah,
life in 30 seconds?
I feel bad for these guys. I mean, also, like, yeah, some people don't know their bodies. You know, some people don't know.
They said they've been married less for a year though, too, right?
Yeah.
Maybe one of them isn't comfortable with the other one's shit.
Yeah.
Also, though,
Maybe the guys get.
be possible. Like my fucking ex-girlfriend in high school is fucking leather daddy dad. You know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, after a year of marriage, you should not be.
No. Should not be still figuring things out.
Oh, we just got married.
You should have everything figured out by then.
I'm pounding nonstop.
I've been with a bisexual girl before.
That's awesome.
And
I have too, but never
she
got
wasn't-
a third party involved.
she was into everything other than the dick. So it didn't last forever.
So she's lesbian.
She's more lesbian, I think. Like
So she was a lesbian, is what you're saying.
I think I had really good, you know, tongue action.
Cunnilingus.
Yeah. And that was kind of seal and deal for it.
She's like, well, he can do this and I can just pretend he's a girl. She's like, hey, I'm bisexual, but I don't like dick.
Yeah, I'm like, you know,
Like, wait.
I still got needs.
You know, like women though, they're more in touch with like the feminine side of shit, right?
I think a lot of girls, even from doing this podcast, a lot of them are attracted to women. They do prefer being with men. And I know a lot of girls watch lesbian porn because there's something in it that
I used to date a chick that liked gay porn.
that's,
Men gay porn.
yeah.
That's what got her off.
All the power to her.
I felt kind of uncomfortable with it when she would throw it on.
I
But,
mean, I watch girl on girl shit every once in a while.
yeah, but again, that's like,
I made you want to watch it with you.
yeah, she wanted to watch it with me.
Oh,
Like that would get her turned on.
oh no.
And I was just like,
Nah. Yeah, it's not cool.
I'm like, this is like not
Well, I
what I'm into.
I feel like the more and more I talk about sex with people, the less weird. Nothing is weird to me. And a lot of people feel like certain identities are weirder than others or something. And it's like, dude, we're all just human and other people get off on other things.
Do you ever slide into somebody's DMs?
Well, I do it for work, you know, trying to get photo shoots.
Oh, I thought I mean like slide in like
yeah, when I'm sliding in, yeah, to like get like a date or something.
you just like try to be Drake.
That doesn't work.
Does if you're Drake
Yeah, I don't have the clout to pull off
or the prosthetic abs.
prosthetic dick.
I'll take one of those.
I needed one after I came back from Thailand.
I needed one since I was born. What are you talking about?
All
All right, more bad
let's
advice.
see what else we got. Hey y'all, I'm trying to find things to do with my boyfriend and we are both broke at the moment. We're always in the house or in the car. I just want to get the fuck out and do something. Any ideas would be appreciated.
Go to the park and make some fucking macrame.
What's macrame?
You know, like the knitting shit that like holds hanging pots.
Yeah, like yarn.
Shit at my girlfriend's shop, you know,
Yeah.
macrame. Yeah. I don't know. Knit a beanie.
Yeah, go fuck in public.
That's cool.
No, you ever done that?
Fucking public?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've never done
Well, just
that.
behind a bar count?
Yeah.
There was a bar back home that the alley was Christian.
The alley?
Christian several times.
You.
Hood of my car, fucking.
That's impressive.
I wore younger man's clothes at the time.
Yeah. I don't know if
But never like in daylight.
some people have like a kink for that. Like kind of get off being like
Like the thrill of getting caught or
yeah,
something. Yeah.
I don't know if I could get hard like being exposed to that degree.
No, especially nowadays, dude. I'm like,
There's homeless people around every corner too.
well, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They're probably banging.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you were banging your girl and there's just a dirty homeless guy staring at you.
Well, I'm to the point nowadays where like I'm such a fucking old man. Like even if my chick like tries to kiss me in public, I'm like, dude, there's a kid over there.
Really?
Yeah, I'm lame like that.
I'm a pretty affectionate guy. The public displays of affection, I'm into.
Well, I'm 43. You're what? 27. Yeah, you'll get to my age at some point.
Yeah.
You'll be like, fucking go to get a room, goddamn.
Yeah. Go to a fucking museum.
Go to the Habit.
Go to that. What's that? Oh, the bar, the burger,
The burger
joint?
place, dude. Have him fucking put an onion ring around his dick and eat it off. I don't know.
Yeah, go do some gymnastics. I don't know, but I know some people are just so uncreative.
They have no fucking clue. And why are you getting married then, dude?
Yeah.
You can't like that person before. They've been married for a year and you're already bored.
Yeah. You got
Hello.
Yeah.
You were probably bored before you got fucking
Right.
married then.
That's the scariest thing. Like, a lot of people get married without having everything figured out.
Most people.
Yeah.
I'd say 95%.
Like the finances.
That's why they get divorced in a couple years.
Yeah.
Dude.
Right.
They're fucking just like, oh, because you know what it is when you start dating somebody, right? And you're together for like a year or two. It's like, oh, I fucking love you.
Honeymoon
Oh,
bullshit.
blah, blah, blah. And you're just like banging all the time, having like hot, nasty sex and everything's great. And then it's like real life sets in to where maybe somebody just wants to watch Netflix tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe the dude just wants to play Call of Duty. Maybe you got some fucking shit you're working on or you're tired. And then the other party's like, yo, what
Yeah.
happened?
Right.
You know? And then they're frustrated and then they're pissed that and it's just like, it's just a snowball of shit. And then they don't know how to communicate.
Right.
Because all they did was fuck in the early stages of their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. And also,
And then they get divorced.
yep.
And then they go on Reddit and say, our sex life is boring after a year being married. Well, if your sex life is boring after a year being married, it was never good to start with.
It takes two to tango.
Yes,
bro.
exactly.
You're part of the problem.
You're exactly part of the problem.
Yeah.
Then you spice it up.
Yeah.
Don't fucking Reddit.
Yeah, you pull out the fucking dildo. And
Yeah.
you know.
See if he likes getting pegged.
Yeah,
He might.
Probably does.
Comes over working, you're wearing a strap on saying, fucking time to put your dick in the dirt, honey.
I'm going to the Kentucky Derby next week.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you score that?
My brother-in-law got some in.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for the invite.
I know. He sprung it on me last week.
Is it next weekend?
Yeah.
Do we rent your booth?
If you want.
I'll do it. Yeah.
You want to do it?
Yeah. You have to fucking remind me though.
Yeah.
A couple days ahead of time.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll do it. For sure.
Okay.
I'm a good fucking salesman.
I trust you.
Very, very aggressive.
Let's do it.
I have aggressive sales tactics.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm definitely very aggressive too. You have to engage everyone.
Yes, dude.
And I see people who don't, and they're the ones leaving.
We've talked about this. They just sit there and nobody goes their shit.
Yeah.
I'm an absolute fucking clown.
Yeah.
And even though most of the stuff we sell is Sadie's, like people will sell, or at least if they laugh, you know, they're gonna like take a card or something, or they think you're funny, you know, or it works. Yeah. Again, it doesn't matter what you have. The product will sell itself, but if there's not somebody there to push it, nobody's gonna buy it.
Yeah.
I don't care what the fuck it is.
Right.
Even you look like this Instagram shit, right? Half the reason I hate being on Instagram, well, I love being on there to post funny memes and shit, but I hate browsing because the companies I follow or whatever, they're always pushing shit, right?
Yeah.
It's like, had they not pushed it, I never would have seen it and bought it.
Sure.
Right? But they're constantly pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's in your fucking face.
Yeah.
And you're like, do I need this? No, but I like it. And you know what I mean? So
yeah, people show up at my booth and like, fuck, I saw this last week and I gotta get it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's especially like the art shows we do. A lot of times you won't really sell so much that day, but people will come into her shop, you know,
Sure.
and be like, oh, we saw you guys at this place and really liked this, and then now we're, back for it, or they tell a friend, whatever. It's exposing yourself, right? So,
Yeah, it's I think I read somewhere is like if you see something like, for example, in your feed of like a shirt 3 times,
you'll buy it.
you'll buy it.
You will.
Kind of. Half the time.
I think most of the time I do.
Yeah, yeah. And there's something about that just like triple exposure that like,
And the algorithm knows that.
yeah.
So they keep shoving it in your fucking face.
Right.
And it works.
Yeah.
Which sucks because I like Instagram for a lot of shit other than like the buying stuff or whatever. Obviously I like it for the girls with no talent, but they have big boobs and they have 500,000 followers. So those are always in my reels.
Yeah.
The fight videos, the wheelies on motorcycles. You should see my
man shit.
You should see my reels. It's just
Yeah.
guns, big boobs,
Mine is
motorcycles.
like just like boxers and women, as it should be.
But yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that algorithm knows you better than you know you.
I know.
It's sad.
It's disturbing.
And that's happened to me too, where I've seen a shirt and I'll be like, I don't really need it.
Yeah.
And then a couple days later, it's like, oh, it's cool,
Yeah.
Maybe next paycheck.
It's really
Then in a couple days later, fuck it, I'll buy it.
It's really funny. Like I started making like these horny designs, like just the sexually charged designs. They sell so well. It's like everyone is just horny. Everyone is horny.
Well, yeah.
And I feel like the designs. I was thinking about this, like
Subliminal.
yeah, what am I really selling? Like what I'm selling, what is the service I'm giving these people?
With the horny shit?
Yeah, and it's almost I'm giving people icebreakers for conversation.
That's exactly what you're doing.
I'm giving them something to spark someone else's eye.
Sure.
It's not just a blank tee.
They're saying something without saying it.
Yeah.
You're saying it for them.
Yeah, exactly.
And then somebody's be like, hey.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the next thing you know, they're at a happy hour at fucking El Torito.
They're in the alley
Yeah, then
with Kyle Fish.
and then the alley of Magoo's parking lot on the hood of his Volkswagen Passat,
Yeah.
holding their heels at fucking 12:30 in the morning.
Oh. All right, Kyle. Well, you got anything new coming up soon, brother?
Just Born Free, June 25th, 26th. Be selling my jewelry there.
Yeah.
Also some clothes, very tasteless stuff. So don't bring your mother or children, or do. I'm not really sure either way. But
No one wants to bring their mother anywhere, anyways.
fucking not me or my mother-in-law. But yeah, that's Rosie will be there
Rosie's coming.
pumping product. She's looking at me like a. What are those characters from Star Wars? The fucking
The Wookiees?
no, not the Wookiees. They had
Ewoks?
the not the good Star Wars, the shitty ones they did with the Jawa. No, not a Jawa. There was a. It was the one with that shitty Christian Haydenson or whatever. You know when he was like a young Darth Vader.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
So they had like these green face guys that look like boxers.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? They're like the
yeah.
Trade Federation or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Rosie looks like one of the Trade
She
Federation
does.
guys.
She does.
You were turned up tonight, bro.
Dude, I literally triple parked her today too. I don't know what her deal is.
Dude, why do every other podcast I watch, she's not bothering people? It's just me.
I don't let her in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I refuse to let her in because she does this.
nuts.
She loves new people. All right. Well, thanks for coming in, Kyle, for the much anticipated sequel.
Part two.
Yeah, part 2.
I love it.
All right, dude.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah,
Enjoy it.
We'll definitely be back. Maybe in a new place.
Oh, hope so. I'll
Maybe.
come to LA.
Hell yeah.
All right, bro.
Peace out, y'all.
See you guys.